Imagine yourself pitching under the lights of a major league ballpark. Thousands of people are cheering you on, and it's an 0-2 count on the batter. The catcher calls a fastball, you reach back as hard as you can and throw the ball. Once you get to the external rotation point of your arm, you hear a pop and the ball sails 50 feet left of the batter. A shot of pain instantly runs through your arm and soon goes numb. The worst fear of a baseball player has just happened. You just have torn your UCL. Well, now I have a video of a pitcher throwing a ball and he breaks his UCL and the ball sails. So as you can see, once he released the ball, mostly when he got to the external rotation point, the ball flew and then he figured out he tore his UCL. To establish some credibility, I've been playing baseball for around 14 years now, and I've done intensely research this topic, and I've had teammates and friends who have actually torn their UCL. According to CBS Sports, 1 in every 3 pitchers in the MLB will undergo Tommy John surgery. Tommy John itself is the tearing of the ligament in your elbow, either your pitching arm or even your regular catching arm. This injury is devastating to every baseball player and every baseball player fears from it. In this speech, I'll discuss Tommy John the person, the injury, and the surgery/rehab. First, I will talk about the man who started it all, Tommy John. Tommy John was the first person to undergo this surgery, hence why it's called Tommy John. In 1974, while pitching against the Montreal Expos, John delivered a pitch that blew out his UCL, and he thought his career was over. The next day, he called Dr. Frank Joe, a doctor he's worked with previously. On December 25th, 1974, Christmas, Dr. Joe went to work for 3 hours to reconstruct the UCL. The result was a groundbreaking surgery that will save the arms of pitchers in the future. Not just baseball players, this surgery can help. It can help tennis players, racket players, and volleyball players. Without the injury itself, we wouldn't be able to have the surgery. So, this injury can occur when repeated motion or stress is put on the elbow. Some symptoms of having a torn UCL are tightness, numbness, or overall pain in the elbow, obviously. This can happen more than likely if the person does not warm or stretch the elbow before throwing. It is suggested that special equipment is used to bring blood flow to the elbow. Here's a picture of a pitcher with the scar of the surgery. To warm up the elbow, it's suggested that you use Jaeger bands, which is on the left, and driveline balls to warm up the elbow to get blood flow to it. And after you're done throwing, it's suggested to use a flush system, which consists of running, pushing a prowler, and jump rope, basically to get blood flow throughout your body. According to Jaeger Sports, Clayton Kershaw says, "I use Jaeger bands every day before and after I throw to get constant blood flow to my elbow, and I love them." Lastly, I will discuss about the surgery and recovery process. To begin, the surgeon outlines the UCL, either takes a tendon out of the wrist or uses a cadaver. Then the surgeon cuts the ligament to separate it. 4 bone tunnels are created, 2 in the humerus, 2 in the ulna. These are created so the tendon that was harvested can be used and fed through to repair the elbow. After the surgery process and rehab. According to WebMD, Phase 1, after surgery, patients take steps. They wear a splint 7 to 10 days to immobilize the elbow. or wear a brace as shown. There's two braces, and this is another example of a brace. This is Jabba Chamberlain. They wear the range of motion brace to gradually regain full motion of the elbow. They do exercises daily to gain strength in their arm and shoulder, perform total body weight exercises as well. Phase 2, starting about 6 weeks after surgery. Most patients can begin to perform elbow strengthening exercises for the next 4 months. Most patients are advised to avoid activities that overstress the graft, aka lifting overhead weights or just overhead movements. Phase 3 is the final phase of rehabilitation. About 4 or 5 months after surgery, athletes may toss a ball without using a wind-up motion. After 6 months, athletes may start by using an easy wind-up motion when throwing. 7 months, baseball pitchers may return to the mound, and 9 months, pitchers may throw in competition if they are pain-free and regain to normal strength and range of motion. Overall, it takes about 12 to 13 months to regain full strength back in your elbow to return to competition. I hope you guys have now learned more about the injury that most baseball players fear.